Moin Leute, Harvard am Start. As you guys can see, right now, we are in the mobile version of Pokemon Home. You might be wondering, why the fuck? Now, today, I want to make a video where I find out what is currently, my rarest shiny Pokemon. Now you might be thinking, who cares? Because honestly, I've been thinking the same thing. Because a lot of you guys know, especially if you watch my videos, I fucking love shiny Pokemon, bro. Absolutely. And so, well, I collected quite a few of those. And yeah, today I'm gonna make a video of it because it was requested in the comments. So shout out to everyone who commented on my ribbon guides, because those are like my most watched videos on the channel, which I think is really cool. When I made these videos, I didn't actually expect anyone to follow the tutorials, just like in most of my other tutorials, because this is a really small channel, as you guys can tell. So if you wanna see more, subscribe, and obviously let me know, because obviously the main focus on this channel is competitive Pokemon, and it always will be. However, I haven't really been uploading that because, well, I really don't play competitive right now. It's not fun at all. If you play actually, anti-meta, if you wanna come up with creative things, it's just pointless right now, pretty much, in order to sum it up. However, a lot of you guys are actually, like casual viewers who don't really understand a lot about competitive. Luckily, shiny Pokemon are really easy to understand. I've been breeding a bit in the past, as you can see. I think I'm still missing one of the starters, I don't know. I also haven't shiny hunted in a while, because real life is starting to kick in. Like most of these shinies, you have to understand, I caught my shinies like in the school days, back in school. By the way, if you want to hire me in the future, don't watch this video. Instead, maybe watch one of the videos where I maybe get to rank 1 in the world, in the complexest MMORPG in the world, a strategy game, one of the most complex strategy games out there. I get to rank 1 there. Maybe watch one of these videos if you want to hire me. Anyways, when I was in school, I hated school, so I just shiny hunted all day, as you guys can see. Ooh, here are some nice contenders for the rarest shinies. Can you tell what it is already? Anyways, let's sort by boxes. So, a little bit of a backstory, bro. My first shinies ever actually aren't here. They all got stolen. Because I was really passionate about shiny hunting, right? So I took my 3DS everywhere with me, I took him to school, I took him to shit, I took him to sports, and while I was playing sports, the cabins got raided, bro. I tried everything to protect my precious possession. Fortunately, wasn't able to hold back the army of of gangsters. Yeah, you know, I said to them, bro, I give you everything I have. Don't take my 3DS, bro. Not my Pokemon. But they didn't listen, so yeah, my 1000-hour file of Pokemon Moon is gone. My first ever Pokemon game, together with my first ever shinies. Unfortunate, so I got together with one of my friends from sports, and he gave me his 3DS, and we hunted shinies together, and we got this guy, Lufong. My first ever shiny that I still have, I guess. Sheesh. Got some ribbons on this guy, Gudra, my man. Remember hunting this with him, it was so fun, bro. We stayed up the whole night. And then got myself a new 3DS, Pokemon Moon. And it was like, okay, bro, let's start this shit off with a bang. And here's our first contender, the Sidrai, bro. This guy is actually my starter. Yes, sir. I hunted this in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And the encounters to get 1/492 chance of getting this guy in shiny, so with a different color. Yes, by the way, if you don't know what shinies are, all these Pokemon have a different color. You can see that it's shiny because of red here, because of these red dots, make a nice sparkle animation. That we're gonna check out in game, by the way, guys. Oh, wait, the clock is staying okay. So yeah, it's actually my starter. So it takes like 3.5 minutes in order to have a 4,096 chance in order to get a different colored starter Pokemon. Which I was on holidays. I spent the entire holidays hunting this thing. Bro, you cannot imagine my excitement when I got this. You have to imagine I was still like a child, I was so excited, bro. I ran up and down the house, bro. I screamed out of joy, bro. Wow, that was so crazy. I literally stayed up the whole night playing through the game with my starter, bro. I fucked everyone up, bro. Sheesh. Fortunately, I forgot to get the battle some of the ribbons, so yeah, that's quite a shame. But anyways, this is my pride and joy right here, my boy Robbie. Really nice. And after that, my friend borrowed me his Pokemon X or Y, I can't remember, game again. So I got to hunting, cause I really wanted to have a shiny Stunfisk, bro. I was the guy with his shiny Stunfisk before it got super common later. But anyways, these are all just wild encounter shinies, no methods, except for horde hunting in some cases, like the towers, for example, is like a 5% in hordes. And he gave me his game for a week. After that week, I had 70 hours of playtime. Was a busy week. So I got Lila, which I actually used in a video once against Wi-Fi Merriman. He wrecked me, but anyways. We got Stunfisk. Also used this in singles, actually. Both of these are used in singles. This guy is actually so underrated in singles. I used him with the Assault Vest to check Pokemon like I was about to say Mega Charizard, no, Gigantamax Charizard, and lots of special attackers. And when you can take a special hit with the Assault Vest and then do a lot of damage with Earth Power, Discharge, when we get some Paras. And I paired this guy up with Cantoni and Moltres to make a really, really good defensive combo. And then I had Pokemon like Galarian Darmanitan to just dish out damage, bro. Singles is, honestly, in singles is like way too easy to use fun Pokemon, bro. I mean, you can see this in my BDSP videos where I literally got to top 40 on the showdown ladder, even though I don't play singles, with a team that had one OU Pokemon and the rest was UU and IU. So yeah, that's why I don't play singles, but I went and play VDC. Bro, you guys are learning so much about the Haraltaldi lore in this video, it's insane. So yeah. And then I got a Probopass, which I actually don't even have any ribbons on. Bruh, you don't deserve him. Do I not? What? Okay, anyways. Yeah, I really wanted to get an Ampharos, and you have to understand, this was in Sun and Moon times, right? So we did have bottle caps, however, we weren't able to breed for Pokemon, so if you caught a shiny in the wild, it was most likely not gonna be competitive. And for me, it was really important to get the Pokemon competitive, because back then, I already knew that at some point I wanted to use them in competitive. That's crazy in hindsight, because I was a super noob back then. But anyways, really wanted a modest Ampharos. So I immediately got a Pelipper after 3 encounters. Actually, haven't transferred this one yet. All these Magikarps are filler Pokemon, by the way, so that way I know what shiny these are supposed to be as soon as I transfer the shinies, because it's really important to order my shiny Pokemon, because I got so many of them. So yeah, after 3 encounters I already got a shiny Pelipper, so I continued because I wanted an Ampharos. So I got a shiny Towers, which is 5%, and then got my shiny Ampharos. However, I got the wrong nature, so yeah, I went again. So I got a shiny Pelipper, and I went again, and I got a shiny Pelipper, and I went again, and then I got a shiny Pelipper, and I killed it. So I went again, and I got a shiny Pelipper, which is the one I use in most of my videos. I love this guy nowadays. It took me a while to like Pelipper, but now I would definitely say I'm a big Pelipper believer. I also used it on a few of my recent showdown videos, a lot actually. Like all of the ones in like Scarlet and Violet where I do well on showdown are with Pelipper pretty much. I love Pelipper, bro. So when I got another 5% shiny Tauros. Does this have any ribbons? No, not really. But then finally got a Timid Ampharos, bro. Fuck. So I was like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm gonna just take it Timid Ampharos, bro. And I haven't even gave this guy any ribbons. Why not? Because I gave it to this guy? No. What? I'm pretty sure I have the Ampharos which I gave ribbons. I guess more about that later. Let me see. What? I swear I get... this one right here. Yeah. So the one I got first. Okay, right. So yeah. let's see. Then I went to this cave to get some Vanillaxes and stuff. So I immediately got some of you guys actually probably don't know. So the way you get or you use to get natures on your Pokemon is to use the Pokemon with Synchronize, like in Abra for example, with a certain nature. So I used the modest one because I wanted to get a shiny Vanillax, right? And I actually did end up getting a modest Vanillax, but before I got the modest Beartic, which is obviously kind of useless now. When I got my modest Vanillax, and when I tried to go for Jolly, and obviously I got a Vanillax again, but when I got the Beartic, which was naive, so yeah, anyways. Oh yeah, I also got a shiny Abra while breeding for the synchronized Pokemon, which is really, really cool. Haven't really used this guy, but anyways. Oh, my bad, guys, I had to pause the recording for a bit. Where was I? Alakazam, right? Oh, if you hear background noises, yeah, that's why. Yeah, I got him, but I never really used him. I did like a kind of Nuzlocke back in the day. Yeah, basically, I kind of broke the rules of Nuzlocke. So every round, I obviously caught a Pokemon. But when I traded this Pokemon for one of the shiny Pokemon that I have already caught, as preparation for the Nuzlocke, and when I used the Nuzlocke, and this guy got pretty far, I guess level 51 ain't too bad, so he did his job, but then he died, so yeah. Next up, I wanted to get a shiny Marini, is it called? Yeah, the one that gets pink. That's the Toxapex, that's really good, the pre-evolution. And I actually did have a shiny Toxapex, which was really, really cool. But, yeah, unfortunately, that got stolen. So I wanted to do it again. And I got this guy. And I got this guy. And then, and I think it was while I was still fishing. No, that can't be true. Anyways, I got this guy. It's full odds, actually. Actually, yeah, definitely. This is full odds? Oh, no, I guess only the first one is full odds. Because, back when I didn't have a shiny charm, right? And I got this from fishing, so it's a full odds shiny Corsola. A lot of these shinies are full odds, by the way. I don't even know anymore which ones are full odds and which not. But this one got the hidden ability. So I was like, you know what? It's enough. I'm just gonna beat for a shiny Marini. Oh, and now the Toucan arc, bro. Toucan on fire. Sheesh. Anyways, yeah, I tried to get the adamant Toucan, right? So I got this one, had the wrong nature. I got this one, had the wrong nature. I got this one, had the wrong nature. I did some side questing. This guy also had the wrong nature, by the way. And then I got this guy, and then it's not adamant but jolly. And it also has a hidden ability, which is you don't want to use. So yeah, you can tell that I was pretty frustrated. But now, I tried to go for this guy again, also with an adamant nature, and I still didn't get an adamant one! Like, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Pokemon in a row that have a 50-50 chance of being with an adamant nature, bro. I didn't get it. I was pretty frustrated, you know? I mean, imagine I didn't go for fucking 5 shiny toucans, bro, or like 4 apparently. Fuck, bro. Anyways, after that I started to breed Pokemon. Apparently the first Pokemon was shiny Scissor, bro. Sheesh. So this guy. Yeah, Zero Speed, as you can see. Used this guy a lot back in the day. Oh, just kidding, I never used him. It was another... No, actually I never really used Scissor. Man, what? Oh yeah, I remember now, I never used this guy, I don't know why. Anyways, this guy, I think I also caught this guy in the wild, never really used him. Oh yeah, Smeargle. Is this the guy? Oh no, this guy is the one I caught in Sun and Moon. Because obviously you need Smeargle to catch Pokemon. You can give him every single move. So you can have a Technician Smeargle. You can give him like Spore, False Swipe, Soak. You're also gonna be able to do this once the DLC comes out. So that way you can spore Pokemon. You can. So for example, let's say you have a Grass type Pokemon that you want to catch. You can Soak it. So in order to turn it into a water type, and then you can just spore it, right? And if you have a ghost type, you can't false swipe. You can just spore it and then you can just soak it and then you can false swipe it as well. So Smeargle is the only Pokemon that can do this. It's really good. Unfortunately, its stats are really underwhelming. So if you wanna catch legendary Pokemon, Maybe bring like 2 Smeargles and some potions and some revives as well. And also think about using Super Fang as well in its moveset. So yeah, this guy, I loved this guy. So when I got some Gyarados, this one is a wild encounter. I got so many Gyarados, bro, it's easy to get mixed up stuff. So when the event Tarpus were announced, I immediately got my Tapu Koko. And I bought like, you have to understand, back then I was like really into Pokemon. I mean, you might think I'm like really into Pokemon right now, but back then I was like really into Pokemon, bro. I fucking breathed Pokemon, bro. Like everything I did was like Pokemon, bro. Like I wake up, I Pokemon. I go to sleep, I Pokemon. You know, I go to school, I Pokemon. You know. So Tapu Koko, I actually got another Pokemon game, just so that way I can get a lot of legendary Pokemon. So I got like 5 of these event Tapu Kokos. And later on you will see that this came in so fucking clutch. So yeah. Oh, also, back in this time, actually used to watch Velisify videos. I know. Fucking Velisify videos. But I have to give him credit. Oh, sorry, I just was stretching by the way, if you guys were wondering. I was watching some Velisify videos back in the day. I know, crazy. Couldn't be me. Can you guys tell? I've grown so much. No, but his videos were actually so fucking helpful, but I have to give him credit. He made some really good tutorials on how to get bottle caps, for example. And one of the ways you used to do it in Sun and Moon is actually by fishing. By the way, I still have like hundreds of bottle caps in Sun and Moon, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, I went fishing, so you can get Chinese. Like Wylord and Magikarp. This was on my Japanese game, by the way. No, this wasn't. This wasn't on my Japanese game. This was on my Japanese game. And this one also. And yeah, when the Ditto arc, bro. The Ditto arc is a crazy one. Bro, so much lore on this video, bro. You're gonna have to take notes for the history test when we get to the Harald HD lore lecture test. The Ditto arc, bro. So in my first game, you know, my first ever shiny was a shiny Metagross, or like a pre-evolution, what's it called, Beldum, right? Because I was trying to get a perfect Ditto for breeding, and back in the day, it was not easy. You had to get like a chain of, I think, 20 Dittos, I don't know. You had a like big SOS chain of Dittos, so you had to do a lot of grinding, and then you needed an Alolan Raticate, which only had hidden power, because if a Ditto has perfect IVs, so it's difficult in playing Pokemon in multiple languages, if you guys couldn't tell already. If a Pokemon has perfect IVs, it's always gonna have hidden power Dark. And if Alolan Raticate uses hidden power Dark against Alolan Raticate, it's always gonna be not super effective, and that way you can tell if an Alolan Raticate, if a Ditto which transformed into an Alolan Raticate has perfect EVs. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work, because if you have 4 or 5 perfect IVs and not 6, you can still what's it called? Not have a perfect Ditto. So I went for so many Dittos that I literally had, like, I did the math back in the day. I don't have it on the top of my head right now, but basically I did so much Dittos, I had double the odds of getting a perfect Ditto. Yeah, then if I just did half of I can't speak right now. Sorry, I have to like do a quick reboot, real quick. Reboot. Alright, rebooted, boys. Now basically, there's a certain, let's say theoretically you have to do 100 encounters to have a chance of finding a perfect Ditto, or like a good chance, you know. So if a chance is 1 in 100, for example, I did 100 encounters. However, I actually did double the amount. So let's say I did 200 encounters, and I still only had a Ditto with 4 perfect sets, like this one, right? And not 6. So I was so fucking mad, and yes, obviously I got a random shiny Ditto, but yeah. While I was doing this, I also got my first ever shiny, which was a shiny Beldum, which I was like, wait, is that shiny? And when it was shiny, like, oh my god, that's a shiny Pokemon. I was so excited. That got me into shinies, by the way. That was crazy. And guess what happened? The same fucking thing happened. I got another random shiny Beldum, bro. Random encounter shiny Beldum while I was hunting Dittos. This Metagross, bro. Called him Max with like Japanese signs. Yeah, I got a lot of ribbons on this guy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a good nature, so I never really used him back in the day. But starting in Sword and Shield, where you can change the nature, I use this guy so much, bro. You can see him in my videos a lot, bro. I fucking love this guy. I always say, you know, Metagross, absolute Ehren-Pokémon, bro. If you don't know what that means, learn German, bro. Anyways, next up we got Mawile. Mawile also used to be one of the contenders for my rarest shiny Pokémon. However, not anymore, because Mawile used to have a really rare breeding move, which was Fire Fang, but that obviously got lost in transfer. So yeah. And also now breeding moves aren't rare anymore, because you can just give any Pokemon a breeding move. I don't really know why Fire Fang was the rare breeding move. I think you had to catch like a Pokemon in like Generation 5 and then like transfer him, but then only like event Pokemon or whatever. Anyways, Garchomp, bro. You guys know I love Garchomp. It's actually named after the friend who borrowed me his 3DS and like hunted shinies with me. This guy, dang, I think I got all the ribbons on, pretty sure I got like all the ribbons on this guy you can get on a Pokemon that's caught in Generation 7. You guys know I fucking love Garchomp. I used him so much. Like once I got him to rank 5 and then I got him to like, I don't know. Anyways, now I got him to rank 1 on Showdown, which is like really fucking cool. I'm really glad Garchomp got the rank 1 he deserved. I absolutely love Garchomp, bro. I love this Pokemon. I think Garchomp was a great Pokemon. You know, maybe I'd even go so far to say it's a perfect Pokemon. Do you guys know anything wrong with Garchomp? Don't let me know. Please let me live in the Matrix, bro. And if I had to choose in a world where Garchomp is a perfect Pokemon or not a perfect Pokemon, I'd always say the blue pill, bro. Controversial opinion, I know. Next up, Stravinsky. My boy, I got to rank 1. Love this guy as well. Talonflame. Do you guys remember Zawood Daddy, bro? I know I do. I never forget him. Oh yeah. I mean, it was just one night we had together, but hey, that changed my life forever, you know? Blaziken, bro. Also love this guy. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't really use this guy, but I actually know I did. Back in the day, I used to do a lot of Battle Tree, bro. I fucking love Battle Tree. This is actually what got me into competitive and like cool Pokemon, you know? Some more lore time, guys. So, you know, in Sun and Moon, you had these battle tree, these battle facilities, like you had in every other game. Before Sword and Shield, haha, fuck with Switch games, bro. I said it, fuck those games, bro. They suck, you know. If you want me to make a whole video about it, let me know. But, anyways, so it was a battle tree, right? And I watched all of these videos about like how to battle tree and stuff, and then I finally got to 50 battles, and I got my first Battle Tree ribbon, and I was like, damn, it was so fucking cool. Let's get this ribbon on lots of my Pokemon, bro. So then I had to be creative, so I built a bunch of fucking Heat teams, and this guy actually wasn't part of any Heat teams because this guy was super fucking meta. However, you had to use a Blaziken which had Hone Claws, because that way you won't miss high jump kick and stuff, because back in my day, Blaziken didn't have close combat. Back when we had to use high jump kick and risk missing. Yeah, so this guy obviously didn't have Hone Claws because I bred him in Generation 7. I still used him a lot as like a Mega Blaziken and like doubles and stuff. Really, really fun. And also I got Blaziken to top 10 in Generation... what generation are we in right now? Aren't we like in Generation like 9? In Generation 8. With actually this set right here, I still remember what the set does, bro. Oh, I think I changed the EVs. Or did I? Yeah, I think I changed them. No. I was running a Focus Sash set. Overheat, always one-shots Zacian. Big Break, breaks screens. And then I had coaching to coach up my fucking Excadrill, bro. Which was so fucking heat. And also my Thundurus, which Thundurus plus coaching just went through so much stuff, bro. It was insane. And also I had Helping Hand, so that the Excadrill can knock out Mimikyu with Max Steel Spike. And also Thunderous can get a lot of knockouts, which it otherwise wouldn't have on Torrent 1, which is really, really fucking cool. And also, if you get faked out, you can just use Helping Hand, because a lot of the time, people are gonna fake out your Blaziken, so that you can't use Coaching, so you can just Helping Hand, and like, immediately one-shot the Incineroar, have a +1 speed, +1 attack Thunderous, have your Blaziken faked out, and like a Zacian next to the Incineroar that like protected or whatever, or like did some damage, and then you can just one-shot the Zacian next turn, blah blah, so on. So I love this fucking Blaziken, bro. Anyways, Clefable, hot take, actually used to love Clefable, I still do, but now that I've played it again enough in competitive, like, hell nah, bruh. Not in competitive, bro. Not in there. Bro, actually I got so many shiny Skarmories nowadays. This is one of them, my first one. Oh, top Agent Magnezone, bro. Love this guy. As you guys can tell, I'm gonna have to speed up the process quite a bit, because we're already half an hour in. And there are still... How many shinies do I have? I'll reveal it at the end of the video. So stay tuned. I love this guy. Also used to use him so much in Battle Tree and stuff. Unfortunately, we nerfed him to death. Anyways, let's go over these shinies a little bit more quickly. Because now the lore kind of stops. Because I got so good at shiny hunting, bro. I got shinies like every day. Nah,